What's up, y'all? It's Christian. I am back, and we are getting ready to leave for Mansfield, Texas this weekend. It is currently fall break here where I work, so we get the next 4 or 5 days off. So why not go to Arlington, play a practice round before the big A tier, November 7th through 9th. We're currently 1 month out from the tournament. It's my first big event that I've ever played. This is the first A tier I've ever played. There's gonna be some pretty big names out there. I'm ready to go out, see what I'm gonna shoot, and I can't wait to bring y'all on this journey along with me. So let's get to traveling. What's up, y'all? Finally made it out here to Veterans Park this morning. Brought my buddy with me this morning, so hopefully we can come out and shoot a good round today and give us the confidence that we need to prepare for this tournament. And then hopefully on the day of the tournament we can just come out and execute it. So let's see how today goes. So one thing about playing Veterans Park out here is it tends to be windy. I'm here out here in the morning time, and still there's a pretty good amount of wind out here, and usually in the afternoon times is when it really kicks up. So that's always going to be a factor coming into tournament day. So we ended up in a great spot out in the middle of the fairway. Leaves us about 230 feet to the basket. We just have to hit this gap right here and we should have a putt. Left it a little high out the hand. Probably outside circle too, so we just need to find a way to get close and tap it in. So we weren't left with all that much. I'm gonna have to do some big Anheuser putt to get it close to the basket. All right, now let's go tap that in. So hole 2, 340 foot backhand. You can play it straight, or you can hang it a little to the right and have it hyzer in. We're gonna throw a buzz SS kind of over the center pole and see if we can get it to stall over under the basket. That looks great. Right under the basket. It's what we needed. So hole 3 is a 386 foot par 3 that's gonna bend this corner and push all the way up into this tree line. Here you are aiming to take a par. It's very rare for somebody to birdie this hole. It's gonna have to be like a throw in or somehow pushes through all the trees and stuff. So you kind of want to throw something a little bit more flippy that's gonna just stall out there and then crash back to the left. Yeah, that should be great. So hole 4 here is a 239 foot par 3. A lot of the times you're going to see players throw the big forehand route and try to crash it towards the basket. Some people will throw big backhand. There's a tiny gap to go through the middle, but I think at an A tier, you're going to see more of the forehand around the trees. So. I didn't really get to see the basket where it's located. I landed in the landing zone that I wanted to, so let's go see how that looks. We actually ended up being pin high, which is great. Just a little left, but should leave me with about a 20-foot putt or so. So hole 5 is 250 feet, completely blind over trees. I never know where this pin basket is, so I kind of just throw a hyzer out there and hope for the best. That might have crashed in nice, I'm not sure, but great line it felt like. So ended up being a great guess, put us here in circle 1, left us with about 25-30 feet for a 2. Great. All right, so we're currently sitting 2 down through 5 here on hole 6. It's going to be a big forehand today, about 340 feet. And you got to throw this like 360, 370 to get all the way up the hill, but it's just sitting up there on the top of the hill up there. So I guess I got lucky and ended up catching a tree and rolling down to here, which leaves me with a straight upshot to it. So I think I'm gonna run it and hope I don't get a roll down if I don't make it. Oh, and the roll away. Well, we gave it a bid. Now let's go make a putt. Get the worst roll away. There's some tall grass right here that ended up stopping the disc. But I will take that 3. So we actually ended up playing that shot not as bad as I thought it was going to go, especially with the headwind. The headwind did leave it stalling a little bit, so it did come up a little short, but I might actually have a putt at it because of the slope that's up there. If I miss, it should just sit right there behind the basket. So let's see how that goes. So it did end up leaving me just right outside of circle 2, but I have a straight look at it. Let's see if we can give this a run. Too high enough. Oh, right line, just not hard enough. So now we're to hole 8, 400, it says 411 feet all the way dead straight. I'm definitely gonna be playing this 4-3, even though it's a par 3. I just don't think I could get there. It's too far uphill. It's probably playing 460, 470 with wind as a factor as well. So biggest thing is getting through these trees right here. We end up hitting the tree, but we pushed out. We're in the fairway. Should be an easy up and down from there. right over the top. All right, so we finally made it to hole 9. The basket here today is in the short position, so I'm trying to get my Luna out there just to stable out and crash next to the basket. That could be good. Oh, I hit something down there, not sure what. So we ended up pushing a little too long down here in this little ditch. That's okay. We'll take a par. All right, so a little front 9 update. We're 2 down through 9. Not great, not horrible. I would say that this back 9 is a little bit easier. It's more bomber holes, but they are more open. So we really need to attack, see if we can push to about 5 or 6 under. And I would be really happy with that. So let's see how this back 9 turns out for us. All right, so here on hole 10, it's probably 360 feet, playing the big hyzer out to the basket. You can go up the gut, it's a little bit riskier, so I just try to hang something out wide and crash it in towards the basket. That should be in a decent spot. It should be putting, but I don't know how close it's gonna be. So I guess I ended up clipping some trees right here that stop the disc, but probably edge of circle 1 into circle 2. Just barely missed, but gonna have to tap in for our par. Should be perfect. 3-2. Take it. All right, so we're here at hole 12, 557 foot par 3. I guess we don't have par 4s out here anymore. Just dead straight over the hill, back down the hill. Super simple 3. Kept it a little bit lower than I wanted, but it should be a great upshot from there. So definitely left it a lot lower than we wanted to. Leaves us with about 185 feet to the basket. Should be pretty simple up and down. Take that any day of the week. So here we are on hole 13, par 3, 373 feet. We do have a rise basket up there, slight headwind. So I'm just gonna push something a little to the right of the basket and hope that I can get a good enough skip to put it right next to it. Back over. So the wind actually held that one up pretty bad. It kept it pushing right. So I think we're actually going to end up being outside of circle 2 on this hole. So we ended up being really high and a little bit long. Do have this headwind pushing right to left, so I'm just going to try and float something up there. That'll work. We'll have to take another 3. So I think we're still 3 under now on the hole 14. It's about 430 feet straight into the trees back there. Gonna have something push out and hopefully skip up towards the basket. So that didn't go as planned and ended up stalling in the air and probably pushed 100 feet long. So, oh, that skip was not good. So we did end up going about 100 feet long. It's gonna give me a little bit of a shot, but definitely want to be closer on this hole. Just passed. All right, hole 15, par 3, 221 feet, dead straight. I'm gonna throw my Luna, see how close we can get this to the basket. Oh, might have thrown it a little hard. Got some big skips. Could still be in circle 1 though. Good catch. Hole 16, about 250 feet straight downhill. Dead straight. I'm gonna throw a Luna. There's a little bit of headwind, so hopefully this will flip up and go straight towards the basket. Got some lucky tree kicks, but that's gonna end up being parked. I guess I'm blind because that's definitely not parked. I went longer than I thought. Yep. That's so hard. Another 3. All right, hole 17, about 400 feet, right down there, the right-hand side. A little bit of headwind again. I'm gonna throw my felon, see if it'll flip up and just carry along down there. Looks great, but might be short. I don't know. I've never played this hole in this hole position. So I ended up pushing behind all this junk, but I am gonna have this little tunnel shot straddle putt here to make my 2. Oh yeah. All right, so this brings us to hole 18. It's gonna push all the way up the hill and dog leg to the right up the corner. Should be a pretty decent shot. Should have a putt. Did not push as far as I thought, so Hopefully I can get a good skip shot up there. Not great, but it'll putt. Oh, I left it high. We're gonna take a bogey. Well, that was tons of fun. Had a really great time. I think we ended up shooting like 4 under with that bogey there, or 3 under, something like that, which is okay. But my goal for this tournament is to just compete with the 1,000 rated players, if not beat at least one. And I don't think 3 or 4 down is going to do it. I think there are some holes out here that might be changed to par 4s. There's a lot of par 3s today that I was like, really? It's kind of crazy. Like hole 18 right there. Really think that should be a par 4, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I clicked the wrong thing on UDisc. I have no idea. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.